Hello, I'm Craig Gillison from Gillison's Variety Fabrication. Today we're going to demonstrate how to install a loader mount hedger. So as you can see, we have a loader mount hedger on a skid that has just been shipped, and we will go through and demonstrate putting it on the tractor and getting it into operation. We have already gone ahead and unstrapped and hooked everything, got it ready to go on to speed stuff up, but otherwise this is exactly how you will receive your loader mount hedger. Okay, first thing we're going to do is bring it around and hook the tractor up to it. As you can see, this one is skid steer quick attach. We do offer this in many other attachment variations. Okay, so we went ahead and got the frame on the tractor, quick attach hooked up. So then your next project was to run the hoses and the power. So we ran the hoses up along the loader frame and connected them to the tank, trying to get them up, enough room for when it tilts, goes up and down. We're not pinching hoses. Hooked them up out of the way down underneath the tractor. Here in the back, we've got the 3-point tank on. PTO pump is on, slid on. Make sure we don't have any kinks in the hose. Then we go ahead and hook the chain, so the anti-rotation on the PTO, so we're good to go there. We hooked the two hoses coming from the front unit to the back. I went ahead and color coordinated them, so I knew which ones were what, but you have to go pump and tank, make sure they're correct on the unit up front. Just chase the hoses back. That's why I color coordinated them. So from there, the next project was in the cab. So the next part was hooking the control box up. These wires go all the way to the front. I brought them in the side door on this unit. They come with short pigtails. I set up another wiring to go right to the SAE plug in this tractor. It just needs a 12-volt power supply, so it doesn't matter if you hook to the battery or whatever your tractor might have for power. So once we have this hooked up, we are ready to operate the machine and move it around. So we will go ahead and lay the part out flat, or where the cutter bar attaches, and we'll hook the cutter bar up. So before I go ahead and put the mount of the cutter bar on, these are our clamps and our bolts. They're always shipped this way. So there's one clamp on the cutter bar holding it to the pallet, and then there's the second clamp here and the 4 bolts. Okay, so we've got the cutter bar on the framework. We have got our clamps on. I use a forklift and sling the head, put it on. However, if you want to set it on the fork, just hold it on a pallet. So what I do here, I have these clamps loose. I am going to rotate this up. That way we can set the angle on our knife. So I will go ahead and do that, and then we'll tighten it up. By doing this, I can rotate the cutter bar, use these clamps to set how much pitch I want into the tree. If they're perfectly straight, you can push brush away. So I like to angle the knives just a little bit towards the tree. So that's why I flip it up, so you can get this angle set correctly. So we've got our hoses hooked up. Doesn't matter which one goes where. The cutter bar drives both directions. We clamp the hoses here on most of the machines, other than some of them that have a cutter bar extension. Keeps them out of the way. Maintenance on it, what I would do is I would lay the cutter bar back down. We want to put oil, any type of lubricant really, to keep pitch from building up on the backside of the knives. We want to oil them about every 4 hours. That really helps, otherwise it'll spread the knives apart and you have a hard time cutting. There's also a couple bearings in here in the flywheel. You can see by my finger there's one here and one here. Those are called the cam follower bearings. Those need to be greased every 4 hours. A couple pumps really help the life of the unit. So, speed-wise, everybody wants to run the knives really fast. We actually run them fairly slow so the material gets into them nice and deep. This shaft right here, average speed, most of the time is going to be right around 200 RPMs. We can vary that with the PTO speed of the tractor, or we can change it a little bit on the valving. So there we have the machine set up, ready to go. Appreciate you watching today. If you have any questions, give us a call, or for more information on our products, visit us at